Hi, second graders. We are going to be going over pages 94 and 95 in your instruction book today. We're still in lesson 10 and understanding three-digit numbers. So today's lesson is going to be real simple, real fast, and a lot of work that you guys are going to do for me today. So let's go ahead and get started. And we're going to take a look at problem number 11 on page 94. So let's read it and figure out what they want us to do. It says, Lana did this homework problem. What did she do wrong? Oh, well, it already tells me that she did something wrong. So it looks like first she built a number using some hundreds blocks, and it looks like she says she has 2 hundreds. So I agree with her on that. And it looks like she's got some ones over here. It looks like 6 ones, and she wrote that. But then she said that 2 hundreds plus 6 ones equals 26. So I want you to pause the video, and I want you to think about what did she do wrong? What part did she get wrong? And tell me what the correct answer is. So pause the video and get started. Okay, I hope you got the correct answer, which her answer should have been 206, not 26. So the first thing I did was I made a place value chart and plugged in the numbers that I knew that she had. So she had 2 hundreds, she had 6 ones. And so I quickly could tell that her number, she forgot to write the 0 in the tens place. And that's why she had 26, not 206. So what I wrote here is that she forgot to put 0 tens in her answer, and 26 has 2 tens, not 2 hundreds. So the correct answer is 206. And I ran out of room, but you know what we do. We just squeeze it in there wherever we can. All right, so let's go on to the next problem. The next one says, look at how Sam and Lev wrote 572. Explain what each person did. All right, so let's take a look at Sam's first. Sam said that 572 is the same as 57 tens and 2 ones. All right. And Lev said that 572 is the same as 5 hundreds plus 7 tens plus 2 ones. Well, they're both correct. All you have to do is write in words what they did, how they decided to represent 572. So pause the video and write out your words explaining how Sam did it and how Lev did it. Okay, I hope you have something in writing that explains what both boys did with their answers. And so I just said that Sam, when I looked at Sam's, I noticed that he just used tens and ones. So that's what I wrote. Sam only used tens and ones to make 572. Then when I looked at Lev's more carefully, I noticed he used all 3. He used the hundreds, tens, and ones. That's why they look a little different, but they are the same answer. All right, so I hope you have something like that. And remember, if you don't, and if you need to fix something or add something, just pause the video and go back and do your writing. But for now, we're going to move on to the next problem. And we are at problem number 13. It says, fill in the blanks to show 256 in different ways. All right, so we are seeing a place value chart, and it wants us to fill in the blanks for representing the number 256. So let's take a look first at this row right here. Okay, I'm going to circle this first row. This is row number 1. Okay. So row number 1 has already shown you that they're going to use 0 hundreds and 0 tens to write that number. So in other words, how many ones would you need to use if you were going to have 256? Okay, so that's going to be your first answer. Will go in this section here for just ones. If you were going to represent it using all ones, how many ones would you need? Okay, now we're going to look at the second row. Here's the second row. They're going to represent the number 256 in another way. And this way, they're still using 0 hundreds, but now they want you to fill in, if I were only using tens and ones to make the number 256, how many tens would I need? Okay, so look at 256. Think about how are you going to put that number. If you were only using tens and ones, how many tens would that be? And that's going to go in that middle circle right here. Okay? And then last, they're going to have you show the number 256 one more way. So this is the third way to represent the number. And this time, they want you to use hundreds, tens, and ones. So you'll fill in the 2 empty spaces to show 256 using hundreds, tens, and ones. So go ahead and pause the video and put all your numbers in the chart where they belong. Okay, I hope you are back with me, and I hope that your chart is all filled in and that you have the same numbers I do plugged into your chart. So let's go up to this first one. And of course, if I'm going to use nothing but ones, I would need 256 ones to represent that number. But now I'm going to move down to the second row. This time I get to use tens and ones, but no hundreds. Well, I don't know if you remember this from another lesson, but I said if I want to know how many tens, I could put my dot under the tens place and then just circle every number on that side of the tens, and I find out how many total tens I need. So I would need 25 tens, which I wrote here, and then I have 6 ones left over right there. And then the last row wants us to show 256 using hundreds, and that would be 2 hundreds, 5 tens, and 6 ones. So that's how we fill in that chart, and I hope you got that one right. And let's move on to the next one. All right, this time we have to draw a picture. It says Nate puts his coins in stacks of 10. He has 12 stacks of coins with 4 coins left over. Let's think about this word, stacks of 10. That simply means the tens models, okay? He has 12 of those stacks of coins, and he has 4 coins left over. Those would be your ones. Now I'm going to tell you, we do need to draw a picture of the models. When you're drawing your tens, I want you just to draw a straight line for the tens. And remember, you need 12 stacks of 10 coins, okay? So you'll need 12 of those, and then your ones are just going to be the little dots for the ones, and those are 4 coins left over, okay? So pause the video and go ahead and draw your 12 stacks of 10 coins and your 4 coins left over. Okay, I hope that you are finished drawing your pictures of your tens and ones. Remember, we needed 12 stacks of 10, and we needed 4 coins left over. So the 12 stacks are 12 tens. I drew mine and I separated because once I got to 10 stacks, I know that 10 tens makes 100. So I kind of drew mine a little bit separated. I separated the 10 from the other 2 so that I could clearly see that I do have 100 here in this 10 tens. So anyway, hopefully you're done with your picture. And now the next part, part B, wants us to say how many coins does Nate have, and we're going to write the answer in two different ways. So you're going to pause the video and you're going to write out the answer to this problem. How many total coins does Nate have? Solve it in two different ways. Pause the video now. Okay, I hope that you are done writing out the two different ways to show how many total coins Nate has. So I chose to do mine these two different ways. I've got one way right here and another way right here. So I'll start with this first way that I chose, and this over here is simply the expanded form of addition. I looked up here and I knew that I had 100 with the 10 tens, and then 2 more tens gave me 20 more, and then I had 4 ones. So when I add those three numbers together, I got 124 coins. Then I decided, okay, well, I'm just going to go with what they told us. They have 12 stacks of 10, right? So I knew that was 12 tens, so I wrote 12 tens, and I know 12 tens is 120. And then I just added 4 more ones, so 120 plus 4 gets me 124. So I don't know how you did yours. Maybe you did a different way, and that's fine. You could have done it a different way. We could have even made, let's do a place value chart and see what that would look like. So if I did a place value chart, hundreds, tens, and ones, I could see that I have 12 tens and 4 left over, 4 ones, and that shows me 124 right there if I were to look at it that way. I could even decide, well, I know that this 12 is really, this part here is really a 100. So if I moved that over into this column and rewrote it down below, I would have 110, and then the 2 would move down, and then the 4 would move down there. And so I could even do it that way and show my answer that way. All right, well, hopefully you have come up with your own way to show that answer and that you got 124. All right, and now we're on our last problem. It says Nate gets 30 more coins from a friend. Nate says that he now has 190 coins. Do you agree or do you disagree? Now you have to write out your explanation of if you agree with him and why do you agree with him if you do. Go ahead and solve the problem out to prove that he's right, or maybe you disagree with his answer. Write in words and solve the problem to show that he is wrong. So take your time, think about it, pause the video, and solve the problem. We're doing 30 more coins onto the 124 that he already has, okay? So that is going to look like this, 124 plus 30, okay? So that's what we're trying to solve. So you go ahead and figure out how you're going to solve that problem, and then write in words if you agree or disagree and tell why. Pause the video now. Okay, I hope you have come up with an answer and that you did not agree with Nate. Nate was wrong. When I add 30 more coins, we do not get 190. First of all, he totally forgot about the 4 ones that were there. And so anyway, what I did to solve the problem was I did expanded form, and I broke up 124, and I said 100 plus 20 plus 4, but I went ahead and put that 30 in here with the other 10s because I like to add my 10s together. So now I have 20 plus 30, and I got 50 there, and I brought down my 100, so I've got 100 plus 50, and then I brought down my 4. 150 plus 4 is 154. So what I did when I wrote my explanation, I said I don't agree because when I added 30 to 20, in other words, when I added these two, I got 50, not 90. So it is 154. And you're probably going to write something different. You probably had something different written, but as long as you knew that the correct answer was 154 and that you tried to put that in words, that's all that matters, okay? I have another way to show you that we could solve that problem using a place value chart. Okay, so I think I'm trying to find some room. I'll just try to do a small place value chart here. All right, so I need my hundreds, tens, and ones, hundreds, tens, and ones. So I'll put my first number in, which is 124, 124, and we have to add 30. 30 is 3 tens and 0 ones. When I add those numbers together, and I need to stay in my columns, okay? So first I'm going to start in my ones place, and I'm going to do 4 plus 0, and that gets me 4. And then 2 tens plus 3 tens is 5 tens. And then 100 plus 0 hundreds here is 100. Okay, so that shows how to solve that problem using a place value chart. All right, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. It was very quick and easy, and I will see you in the next lesson. Bye.